today I wanted to teach you how I make a Starbucks Skinny Peppermint Mocha. I am not even a coffee drinker, and this is personally my favorite coffee drink ever. And I just wanted to show you my variation and how I do it. As you can see, I've already consumed mine. I just made it and then I drank it and it was amazing and delicious. But basically a Starbucks Skinny Peppermint Mocha is like a coffee-ish drink that has some peppermint and some delicious chocolatey stuff, and it just tastes like winter and it's amazing. So I want to teach you how I do it. I do change it up a little bit because I prefer a little bit more peppermint, and I am also not allowed to have milk or soy milk. So I talk about my substitutes, but I also talk about the original Starbucks recipe. So if you want to make this at home, or if you like Starbucks one but you need to make some diet modifications for your body, or for, you know, whatever it is that's going on, or just for your preferences, I wanted to show you guys how I do it. So without further ado, let me show you how I make my favorite winter drink. By the way, do you like how I'm like all catted out? I felt very, very cat-tastic today. My Schnuckle Puffs were hanging out with me all day. Got my Schnuckle Puff hat, my Schnuckle Puff pajamas. I'm just like a feline. I'm like a tigress. Who likes chocolate peppermint stuff. So let me show you guys how to make this. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you get your espresso. The ones that I'm using are basically the ones that Starbucks just told me to use. This is the Starbucks Dark Roast Whole Bean something America something coffee, rich and caramely, and then I also got it in decaf, and I basically asked them what they used for their peppermint mochas, and they said that these two were the ones. So you should grind these up at home. If you don't have a grinder yourself, you can actually take them to Starbucks and they will grind these for you. But this is the one that I had open, so this is the one I'll be using. And as you can see, all I've done is just grinded this into kind of the little coffee bean thing. Whoop, and spilling it all over the counter. But what you're gonna do is take the ground espresso or the ground coffee beans, and however many cups you're gonna make is depending on how much you're going to put in. So this is like the little filter that comes with your machine. The one that I'm using here is just from Bella. It's one that I got from Target. You can really use whatever. I know that a lot of people have like fancy coffee makers that have Keurig or whatever. Use just whatever you have, and like I said, this one was just $40 from Target. So for me, a really non-coffee drinker just trying to get into making skinny peppermint mochas, it was perfect for me. So now that I've got the coffee bean in here, the more that you put in, the more potent it'll be. I'm just going to press this down and kind of pack it in. I'm going to attach this to the machine per the manufacturer's instructions, and as you can see, I'm spilling coffee, ground coffee things all over the place because this is very difficult to do on film. And I'm going to go clean this up and then show you the next step. I'm going to put the next couple things in. This is just the collecting cup that the coffee pours into, or the espresso pours into. So I'm going to place that underneath. And what I'm using here for my peppermint mocha is almond milk and then peppermint from Starbucks. Now, Starbucks sells this. This is the sugar-free peppermint mocha, which they use in their skinny peppermint mochas. Now, Starbucks uses pumps. I don't have a pump because I'm not a very seasoned coffee person, but I just do it by tablespoon or teaspoon. Now, for a tall, which is like, what is that, 12 ounces, they put 3 pumps in. I'm very pepperminty, so I like to put 6. Also, the sugar-free is not as potent as the sugared peppermint. So please do this to your own taste, but this is what I use. And then I'm also using Silk Pure Almond Milk, as according to the doctor, I'm not supposed to have dairy or soy milk, and I like the flavor of this. So this is just dark chocolate almond milk from the Silk brand. It's pure almond. It actually tastes delicious. It tastes just like regular chocolate milk, but if you don't have this, feel free to use chocolate milk. Now, the way Starbucks does it is that they use fat-free milk. They use 3 pumps of this, and they use 3 pumps of the sugar-free mocha. Starbucks does sell the regular mocha, but they do not sell the sugar-free variation of the mocha. So instead, I just use chocolate milk. But if you go to Starbucks, you could get the regular, or you could just use chocolate milk or add some chocolate to it by yourself. I'm going to pour about 12 ounces into this cup. What happens is that when we steam the milk to kind of froth it and make it a little bit more fuzzy, it is so hot that it will actually damage or destroy ceramic cups. So I'm just going to put about half into here. This is, again, the Bella brand. Again, I got it from Target. So I'm just going to fill it about halfway so that we can start making our coffee. So next, I'm just going to turn on my machine. My machine has a steam setting and a regular coffee setting, so I'm just turning on the coffee setting. Make sure that you have plenty of water up here in the top so that it doesn't run dry. I do have my chocolate almond milk in here. And next, I'm going to put the peppermint syrup in the bottom of my cup. 1 pump of the syrup, how they normally do it, is about 1/4 teaspoon. So if you wanted to do the regular, the way they do it, you would do 3 pumps or 3/4 teaspoons of this. Like I said, I love peppermint, so I just eyeball it, and I usually do about 6. So about 6 of these, or 6 pumps if you do have a pumper. So now it's in the bottom of my cup. I'm gonna wait for this to heat. And again, if you are using the regular mocha, or if you have your own sugar-free mocha, then just put this in at the exact same time. Now that this has started to pour, as according to the manufacturer's instructions, I can start steaming as well. But you just want to fill this up to as much as you're going to drink. And this really depends on how much you like. They usually do 1 shot, which is about maybe a little bit less than 1/4 cup. Again, I'm just going to put as much as I really want in there. But now this is filling up, I'm going to start steaming my milk. Now, unfortunately, almond milk doesn't steam as much as regular milk. If you're using fat-free milk or whipped milk, you'll have a lot more of the froth, but this still heats it up and creates a really light foamy texture for me. So I'm gonna put it in so that way it doesn't splatter all over the place. And this will be really, really loud, but I'm gonna turn on the steamer to start steaming this milk. So you just kind of want to move this around, and again, if you have regular milk, it will steam up more, but this still gets it really hot and a little bit frothy. Now that all this milk, chocolate milk for me, has been frothed up, you can remove the foam with a spoon if you'd like, or you can keep it on. But I'm just going to pour this in, and it's going to mix with the peppermint that we already have in our cup. Also from here, I'm going to be adding the espresso. Now, different people have different tastes when it comes to espresso. For a tall, skinny peppermint mocha, they usually put in about about 1/8 to 1/4 cup of the actual espresso. Again, I know that people are very different, so add as much as you want. For me, coffee gives me a headache. I'm really not a coffee drinker, and I'm just kind of getting into it. For the sake of peppermint mochas. So I'm only going to put a little bit in. But once you have as much as you like, you just want to take your spoon and mix this all in together. So now that that's done, your skinny peppermint mocha is technically complete. But for me, like I said, I like things different. I like less coffee, I like more peppermint. For me, I can't have a peppermint mocha, even if it's skinny, without whipped cream. This is one that I just got from Whole Foods. This is the Real Dairy Light Whipped Cream. This is just a Whole Foods brand. You can get one that's completely sugar-free or fat-free to be more skinny with it if you're really looking to create an authentic skinny peppermint mocha. But this is just what I like and what I think is delicious. So it totally depends on your taste, but I'm just going to shake this up and pour this on. And once that's done, it's time to enjoy. So yeah, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this teaches you how you can make a Starbucks skinny peppermint mocha and how you can modify it to your own liking. I bet you didn't know that you could buy syrups, because I sure didn't. I was like, really? But yeah, I really love you guys, and if there's any other tutorials, whether it's DIY or cooking or holiday or New Year's inspired, y'all just tell me, because I love you, and I want to learn about it too. So, my goodness, I'm a rhymer. Poet. Anyways, I love you guys so much. My kitty catness loves you. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Get it? Meow, bro. Never mind. I love you guys, and I will see you all soon. Enjoy your peppermint mochas. Bye.